It's working. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to thank all of you, and especially the presidency of the Nato, for having us for the third time. And I rather prefer to have my comment in the another session. But as far as this is, you specified the chapter to talk about Iraq and the help for Iraq and assistance for Iraq. Especially, you know that the Iraq is facing one of the biggest and brutal wars nowadays. So, ladies and gentlemen, honorable members of the political committee and the NATO, I am very pleased to stand before you as representative of my country. But at the same time, I regret the fact that I am speaking at a moment when Iraq is living another calamity, one of many consecutive calamities caused by the prevalence of terrorism and its success in taking over and trying to take over the center of another one of the Iraqis' most important province, namely Al-Anbar, which constitutes almost a third of the country's geographical area. This could not have happened without the ever-increasing opportunities and capacities provided for terrorism to procure large quantities of weapons, to recruit many misguided people under false pretense, such as a general injustice, lacking services, sectarian ideologies, and unemployment, economical problems, and corruption, and so on, which terrorists found a way to advertise in the presence of the numerous condemned violations to the human right and humanity, and the weak or non-existence of the public services, as I said, which added another reason for the terrorists to justify the outraged actions of targeting the citizens, state, and infrastructures, hence forcing hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians to flee their homes and places of residence. This created another crisis to be added to many crises and burden that the government had to deal with it. In addition to war, we are living in a country of IDPs. The Kurdish region carried a large share of this responsibility. But with the help of international efforts, the Kurdistan region was able to present to the whole world a unique example in the management of crisis on the one hand, and in compassion, humanity, and morals on the other side. The Kurdish people set the finest example of the brotherhood when they opened their doors to their Arab brothers, Christians, Turkmens, Yazidis, Shabak, Sabi'is, and others, and shared their daily bread with them, painting a wonderful and unique picture of solidarity that indeed worth commenting. I do not say this because I am Kurd. We fulfilled our responsibility towards our fellow citizens, but still we are in need of your help and assistance. Ladies and gentlemen, the Middle East faces immense and dangerous challenges. The scene has become more complicated with the escalation of crisis in Yemen. The Iraqi and Syria files become more and more complicated with the introduction of a new factor manifested in the competition between major poles, arm twisting, and settling past conflicted regional and international powers in the world, which everyone knows and recognizing they are dangerous to all of us, not only Iraqis. International active powers, particularly NATO, are able to effect true balance in resolving many of these files through helping those who fight terrorism in Iraq and Syria, and politically supporting people who work to regain their freedom and dignity through serious and active political movement, which have as a priority the safety, dignity, and freedom of the people, and who strike hard on the hand of terrorism and those who practice, and whether they be group, organization, or state, or any other name. Dear friends, to conclude, the problem in Iraq lies in a true reconciliation, which puts an end to the controversy of who is with the state and who is with the non-state. but this has to be made by setting standards which guarantee public freedom and commit to implementation, political agreement and political reconciliation, and respect all political procedures which prevent centralization and dictatorship. Such are standards that change in Iraq today is based on. To say in the last, I would like to repeat my thanks and appreciation of this effective meeting, and to emphasize the fact that our problems in the Middle East and indeed be solved with the help of our friends such as Nato in facing terrorism and supporting a state of an institution which can stand against violence in all its forms and source and spread the spirit of justice, love and peace. Thank you very much.